I'm sorry. My fault. Something to do with Flash. Something stupid to do with Flash. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. What an idiot. I had no idea. Ridiculous. I'm just sitting there going, well, I wonder why nobody's talking. Hello.
Buenos nachos.
What?
Well, what did I do to you?
Nothing. I was just having dead air for probably a half an hour on my show earlier because I'm so stupid. Something.
Well, could Jimmy Lethal fix that?
Jimmy Lethal got his ass blocked on Skype.
Oh, did he really?
He's
No,
so
I'm
rude
sorry.
to me.
I know.
He really, he is, excuse me, sneezing. Is JP on the line?
Well, you want me to bring that motherfucker here?
No.
Why, are you mad at him?
No, I'm not mad at anybody. I love all of y'all.
Okay.
I'm mad at my computer because it has this dumb thing where it says I have to ask every time to use Flash. And I didn't know that. And I was just sitting there with dead air for I don't know how long, forever.
Oh, my God. How could you fucking do that?
I don't know, but I'm so tired of working on this house.
So am I.
We bought a new rental property, and it's like a fixer-upper. Victor's wanting to flip houses, you know?
Yeah.
But Mr. Midnight Movie, it is so much goddamn work.
I can imagine.
I'm serious. We had to tear everything out and just blah, blah, blah. It's killing me. It's so much work.
Yeah, I mean, and you're a Southern Belle. You're not supposed to be doing that shit.
Yes, I'm just like a Jewish American princess, but I'm a Southern American princess.
That's right. That's what you call a Jewish American princess in the South, Southern Belle.
But I did so much work over there tonight, and I'm just like fucking exhausted. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't do that. I don't do manual labor. Steven's
Right.
What?
You're like Scarlett after the war. Why am I laughing at that?
I have to do all this by myself. Now, Goose has a new video he wants us to watch, and he said...
Okay, let's watch it.
All right, hold on. Let me give you my screen first. Okay, you ready?
Well, it's a porno.
No, it's supposed to be really funny. He's getting a lot of hate mail on there, too. A lot of hateful... On air. Oh, that's not it. That's us. Okay, we're on the air. Okay.
Okay, hold on.
It's right here. You ready?
Let's go it.
Let's go it. Okay. It's called What Happened at the Charlottesville Unite the Right demonstration. He's had 4,000 views, and he just uploaded it a little while ago. And action.
Missed it. There was a large right-wing demonstration in Charlottesville, Virginia last night. An entire tiki torch-bearing army of white nationalists
Message
descended
from
on the
Goose.
campus of the University of Virginia to take part in an event called Unite the Right. While it's not entirely clear why the demonstrators chose the tiki torch aesthetic, one can't help but notice that the whole thing was reminiscent of the March of the Winkies scene from The Wizard of Oz.
Fucking Goose.
Many of the left-wing anti-fascists
They
who
have tiki torches. What the fuck? They're lucky they didn't burn each other down.
came out to protest the event felt a little outnumbered and were not
Were
exactly...
they burning citronella? I bet it smelled like shit. Hold on. I think I just got a message from somebody. Hold on. Another one already? What? Oh, my God. Hold on. We're watching this one first. This is good stuff. Hold on.
shy about expressing their frustration online.
Where the fuck are the rest of you? Where the fuck are the rest of you? Where the fuck are the rest of you to defend against this? This is 20 people. This is 20 people standing against what is coming. Where the fuck are you?
Richard Spencer, the man whose name is practically synonymous with white nationalism and the alternative right, was fully behind this display and seemed quite jovial about the whole thing. Along with Spencer, you had some D-list right-wing e-celebs like Baked Alaska and Brittany Venti, who's most famous for her nude exhibitionism and ass play streams on Chaturbate.com. It's a bit strange that Venti would share the same worldview as white nationalists, seeming as how she's a third African. But perhaps she's what the white boys call based. If you're not familiar with what the term based means, It's a blanket term used to describe minorities who endorse right-wing ideologies, typically only subscribed to by white men. Conservatives need these people to spread their message to a wider set of demographics, so they often enlist based black guys, based homos, based Jews, based Sikhs, based Filipinos, and even based pedophile. As the night progressed, Baked Alaska was followed by a man who's allegedly an employee of the Southern Poverty Law Center. The man and Alaska were in a heated altercation, and the man struck him in the face with his hand, not unlike what happened to Richard Spencer not too long ago. Fortunately, Baked Alaska had a posse of goons with him, and after he was assailed by the left-wing activists, one of his henchmen quickly chased him down and brutally sodomized a man with a lit tiki torch. Later in the evening, the National Guard was put on standby by the governor of Virginia, and should things get too out of control during tomorrow's demonstration, they may end up being activated. This is Wild Goose, signing off.
And he
Now
said,
that was yesterday. So
he said he just posted a new one. Hang on, we got a new one.
okay.
Here we go. With the alt-right has blood on their hands, unite the right. Charlottesville, 1 hour ago. He's kicking up the views.
As expected, the Unite the Right demonstration in Charlottesville, Virginia exploded today as more and more activists began to flood the campus of the University of Virginia and engage in a heated back and forth battle between the left and right political factions. Fights broke out, Richard Spencer was detained by riot police, and somebody even blew up a helicopter with an aerial drone. Later on, President Trump gave a speech about the event, denouncing the violence and urging police to restore order to the community. Perhaps the most dramatic moment of the day was when a man identified as James Alex Fields decided to plow his Dodge Challenger into a crowd of protesters, leaving a couple dozen people injured and one person dead. Fields had told his mother he was going to this event, and he arrived there as part of a right-wing group called American Vanguard. While people within the right wing are deflecting responsibility for the attack by way of a sort of no true Scotsman argument, saying that he's a Jew and a Bernie Sanders supporter, it's kind of strange that Fields is a registered Republican. Obviously, there was violence perpetrated by both sides, and
Goose's docks and Goose's docks, and we can depend on Goose to do our work for us. Good job.
nobody there is truly free of blame, but the organizers and figureheads of the Unite the Right event have a difficult time denying culpability when many of them were actively shit-stirring and provoking their opponents into hostility. Similar to the Battle of Berkeley, you have two groups of fanatics who are aggressively baiting the opposition into violence. It's also worth mentioning that the Charlottesville police completely failed in their duty to protect the citizens here. Had there been officers posted on the street to direct traffic and clear protesters from the road, it's unlikely that so many people would have been harmed. So, instead of people acting responsibly, you have another dead body for the left wing to use as a political prop. Congratulations! I sure hope you have enough tiki torch oil to wipe the blood off your hands, you psychotic fucks. This is Wild Goose, signing off.
Gotta love him.
Well, you know, I got to look more into the situation. I just don't believe, by the way, for me anyway, that mob rule can decide who has free speech and who doesn't. And what was said was, I mean, a lot of commentators said that, you know, you can't incite violence, but you can't be you just because some people may be incited for violence doesn't mean that speech, I mean, these people aren't telling people to go out and get violent. They're saying things that are controversial that you may not disagree with, and you're reacting with violence. They're not saying go out and kill people. This group is not saying go out and kill people. Some of them are saying they want an existence, for their people, and they want a white homeland, whatever. That is not, in my opinion, citing violence, or what should be considered citing violence. I don't know if that made any fucking sense,
I don't
Debbie,
even
but
know
that's-
what you fucking said. I don't.
Hey, lady, view the stats. View the
I
stats. Is that
wasn't-
what you have on your show?
I wasn't paying stupid attention.
Yeah.
Goose says Mr.
Well-
Midnight Movie's building up a straw man and arguing with something I didn't even say.
I never said you said it.
You
Wild
said
Goose.
it. Yeah, Goose. You're
No.
cyberbullying Goose.
I'm not cyberbullying
you
anybody.
are too. You're a cyberbully. Stop doing that.
I'm trying not to. Water. But
I don't even know what Mr. Midnight
mob
Movie...
violence can't rule. That's what I'm trying to say, Debbie. Stop mobbing up on me. Mobocracy will not stand.
Why did your stupid friend JP just put a comment on my stupid thing? We're
What?
over here, you idiot. We're on the air. He's over there putting comments on my YouTube channel, you idiot.
All right, hold on. Let me dial JP in.
Pull that mullet in before I kill him.
All right. I don't even know if he's going to answer.
What is this little saying that you're getting from Mr. Solution? Mob rule doesn't rule the day. What does that mean?
Well, basically, okay, what I'm saying is the group that, the alt-right were primary, except for the guy who ran everybody over with their car, the alt-right was basically, seemed to be more, more into a self-defense sort of mode than they were into an attack mode. It was mainly about self-defense, and basically, there was one commentator on CNN that said you shouldn't be able to cite people with violence. Is that JP?
I'm here.
Yes. I'm getting dizzy.
Maybe...
What the hell?
Mr. Midnight Movie is cyberbullying Goose. Poor Goose. He made a wonderful video, and Mr. Midnight
It
Movie
was
just
a
destroyed
great
it.
video, by the way.
It
He
really
just
was.
No, he didn't. You destroyed it. He said, I can
I did
answer
not.
that pretty easily. Apocalypse, that's racist. Stop it. You Nazi. He said, this just got 33% more Jewy. It's very
It
racist.
did.
What's the matter, Flooves?
Nothing. I'm just... Nothing. I think I shouldn't have had as much pasta as I did.
Oh my God.
Anja manja.
Here we go again. Everything you do should be for your health.
I try.
So,
I try.
yeah, take a nap. That's what I did. I took a power nap and I'm good to go.
Yes. So
we did a show tonight and it was kind of stupid, but we're gonna get our podcasting muscles up and keep going.
JP's having a hard time with his soundboard and everything because I couldn't hear it, but it sounded good on the playback, but I couldn't hear the music and stuff.
Yeah, he's not getting my playback from YouTube and internet. I don't know what that is.
JP, I think part of the deal is your cheapness when you buy equipment. It's
No,
like ColecoVision.
the equipment. The problem was it was too advanced for me, so I had to learn how to use it,
Yeah.
which is good. So, yeah, I didn't go cheap on this one, but I did go over my head a little bit. So it's all right.
Hey, by the way, did you guys catch the tweet that I tweeted out to you guys about that fight?
No, I haven't been home all day. I'm a fucking painter now.
Oh my God! Yeah, you're flipping the house. You're gonna flip this house.
I'm going to
So-
flip you.
I tweeted I think I tweeted that fight. Yes.
Men and women
Yes.
fight in public. Oh, this looks
Yeah.
good. Oh, no, this is
Yes.
like a...
Now we can
Hold on.
comment on this fight because it's in Portuguese.
Oh, wow, this
but,
looks good. Hold on,
yes, it is.
we have to send them the link so they can watch it with us. We don't want to leave them out. This looks real. Is it a hair
Send
fight?
that link to Goose. It's a man and a woman fighting, and this woman is going to be the next new MFX star. She's going to be a Brazilian porn star. JP, we gotta if Goose can use his doxing skill, or even JP might be able to find her. That would be really
All right,
appreciated.
ready? 1, 2, 3, click it.
All right.
Dá uns pau nesse cara de uma vez, meu irmão. E acaba com essa confusão
Yes.
que a polícia tá chegando aí.
They're on the ground right now. They're pulling hair. Now he's got a, what has he got a hold of? What has she got a hold of?
With girls, it's always a hair fight.
Yeah, this is a girl and a guy, and she's got the power end right now.
He's holding her shirt.
What is she holding?
He's got his hand on his whoa-whoa. Look. One hand is there. He's holding his...
He's screaming in agony, and she's got a great ass, by the way.
Oh, she got a great ass. She's got cute feet, too. But here's the thing. I think she's got her hand on his patella.
Yes, on his wiener.
Oh yeah, death grip.
I bet he had an affair last night.
Dá-lhe os cacete, cara, de uma vez.
That means let go of his dick right now, please.
Pega ele de jeito.
Where's Pepe Grillo? We need him to translate.
Ó, o cara não quis pagar o traveco aí, creca.
She's going to rip that son of a bitch. Oh, now she's going to get his money. She's got his money. Now she just threw his lighter out. She's trying to get his money. She's stronger than him. Look at this guy.
All men are weak when they're having their wiener grabbed.
Quebra o cara, porra. Você não encontrou a encrenca? Resolve aí, caralho.
Rip it off.
We must interview her.
She's got it in her hands. Oh, my God.
Oh, God!
Kick her. Do a roundhouse. Kick her.
You gotta get free, buddy! Oh, the
Oh,
dick
my
grab!
God.
Oh.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh!
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, my God.
Oh my God!
Cara de uma vez, pô.
I wouldn't dare.
God.
Please let go of my dick. Please.
Hey, by the way, I want somebody in the chat section to comment on this video. We
Oh
want
my
at least
God.
15 comments on this dick grabbing video.
This is unreal.
This is unbelievable.
Unprecedented video footage.
Please let go of my dick. It's all
Oh,
I have.
manja, manja.
She's
Chupa,
gonna
chupa.
rip that son of a... I think she's got a hold of his, you know what?
Oh, die, die.
Pepe Grillo needs to see this, by the way.
Would Pepe Grillo know what they're saying?
He might.
Oh, look.
He speaks
Oh,
the
my
language of
God.
love and hate. So, yes, Pepe Grillo must be able to see this.
He's a horrible fighter.
But what? Medina, he's got to knock her out.
Hit her. She's pulling my dick off.
Not letting go.
She's gonna get it again.
Chuta a cara dele agora, meu. Chuta a cara dele, que aí resolve.
Wait, no, wait, she
Now-
got she
Now
got
hit
free.
her. Hit her.
Oh.
Chuta a cara dele, cara. Isso,
Oh
bate na
shit!
cara com força,
She's giving him a
isso,
right
é
hook, a
bom.
right uppercut.
Bate, briga como homem,
She's
pô.
wrapped his head with his own T-shirt.
She's now kicked him in the nuts with her right knee. Now they're both down.
Briga como homem, porra. Mete a mão.
They've got a grasp on each other's hair.
That's the most painful fight I've ever seen.
We're in a
Yes.
holding pattern
Folks.
right now. He's almost nude.
Olha só, Loro.
Go back. Go back, you idiot. Go back. Go back. Manja, manja.
Manja. Folks, please
Oh,
we want to
man.
make sure that this gets seen. Please make comments on this video. This is a great fight video, and yes, it is simply amazing.
I think I love her. I bet you $5
Yeah.
he screwed around.
She
behind
is
her
hot.
back.
She is hot. I bet she would be a good lay, but if you cheat on her or do her wrong, she will try to rip your dick off. That was an attempted dick rip off.
Man, that is horrible.
Yes.
Yeah, she really got in there and wouldn't let go.
No, she would not let go of that penis.
No.
No.
Beppe, you're now ready for anything you want to say. What do you mean bye for a while? What does that mean?
What do you mean? Who
Beppe,
said bye for a while?
What do you mean bye for a while? I'm out of time on this number. Oh, he has to change numbers. Well,
Oh.
it is
Hey,
open.
hey.
He's very
Yes.
cryptic. That was great, Mr. Midnight Movie.
Yes, I thought it was too, and I think this woman is going to be like she should be found, and I think she would be a great porn star. By the way, this chick would make it
Excuse
in
me.
the industry.
Brazilian is up. They were speaking Brazilian.
They're speaking Portuguese. Yes,
I was thoroughly entertained by that woman.
yes, she is an entertaining
Scared
broad.
and entertained.
Yes, great video all the way
American
around.
woman. Wait, brutal high kick ends women's MMA fight.
Oh, that's Holly. That's
Holly the bitch.
yeah. We've seen all that.
Racist
nonsense.
woman starts war in a restaurant after seeing what diners were doing inside. Shall we?
All right, why not?
Yes.
Do it. Don't talk to us. Just show it.
Come on.
Mistake. The Cracker Barrel.
I can't do those electronic voices.
Mm-hmm.
Martial law about to be enforced after chopper crashed at the riot. No, it's going to be those talking voices. That was excellent, Mr. Midnight Movie. That was superb.
I'm glad. I'm glad. Now there is a film coming out, and I tweeted that to you, but that was and it's coming out in September.
Texas
And it's a
girl
remake
tries
of
to
a-
pop pimple, makes near fatal mistake before realizing what it was. What'd she do?
There might have been spiders in her face.
Oh my God, no way.
Pop pimple, makes near fatal mistake before realizing what it was. When a young Texas girl became bothered by a pimple forming underneath her skin, she decided to pop it to alleviate her discomfort. However, within an hour, her entire face swelled up and she was headed for the emergency room. Then, the situation went from bad to worse when the 21-year-old nearly died after finding out what her annoying pimple really was. You've probably been told not to pick at pimples, but if you really like most people, you do it anyway.
Just tell us what it is, you idiot.
It has
All right,
just
come
too
on.
tempting when that little bump is staring you in the 21-year-old Katie Wright found out the hard way that you should never pick at your pimples after she died under the skin pimple because it had been hurting for a while and version of staph infection since it was on my face. Imagine a hot cold trying to burst
Fuck
No, we don't
off.
even know what it
Fuck
is.
off. I don't. It's just going to go on
out of
forever.
your skin. That's what it felt like. While the pain associated with her ordeal certainly sounds horrific, Downstate Medical Center, cellulitis can be fatal if the
I
infection...
don't care. I don't even care anymore. I hope it's bad. I hope it killed her. What? I do. It's terrible.
Debbie.
What?
I give up.
What? Truth about the terrorist. I want to go back and hear Goose again. I like Goose's videos. Y'all are mean to Goose. Y'all are abusive to him, and I hate that y'all do
Do
that.
another Goose
Dá
video.
uns pau nesse cara de uma vez, meu irmão. E acaba com essa confusão que a polícia tá chegando
Watching
aí.
the
Shut
penis
up, you
grabbing
idiot.
again.
Uh-oh.
Who's calling?
There he is.
Oh, pick up Goose.
You did this, not me. He's going to be mad
I
at
didn't do
you.
anything. Why is he gonna be mad at me?
I'm joking with you, Mr. Midnight Movie. I added him to the call. Did he not come on the call? I hate my Skype. Hold on, Goose.
You should pay your money.
You should pay your money is what you should do. Oops. Go ahead. Hi,
What
Goose.
up?
Mr.
Did you
Midnight
see the
Movie
dick
is-
grabbing video?
Did you see the dick grabbing video?
Yeah, I mean, women do that. I mean, it's a cheap shot.
Yes, it is.
It's a cheap shot.
Yes.
He probably deserved it.
He may have. He may have not only taken her love, but her money too. And that.
Did you see? Did you see the stuff about Taylor Swift?
What's
This
she
guy's
do?
balls to the wall for grabbing her ass at this photo op, and basically, like he tried suing her for something, and then she countersued him for $1 just to prove a point, and get at him for basically sexually assaulting her, grabbing her ass. And I mean, I dig that. I like the fact that she's just going after this guy to prove a point for $1 You know, I mean, it's a good thing. I'm rooting for Taylor. I like Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I do too. Now, but sometimes it's an accidental touching, not an actual grab.
There is a photo, and it's a pretty damning photo. And I can bring that up. TMZ, Taylor Swift. Let's try grab. I don't know. I saw the photo.
Then he deserves getting fired for.
I mean, it's really blatantly obvious he's grabbing her ass.
I think that child's here in Los Angeles.
Probably, yeah. Now he's already basically lost his career, but she's trying to basically sink his ship.
He's stupid.
Yeah, the guy's a fucking perverted moron. This looks like it has the photo. Yeah, it's got the photo here. Here, let me copy this to you guys.
His kids should kick his ass when they grow up, if he has any kids.
I don't appreciate people doing shit like that. It's just really pervy and gross. Especially to Taylor Swift. I mean, she's a pretty, as far as pop stars go, she's a pretty, wholesome individual. And, I don't like people fucking with her. I get really defensive. I get really defensive about Taylor Swift. I do. Yeah, there's the photo. Very clearly grabbing her ass. And this shot really isn't the best one. They kind of cropped it a bit, but there's one that makes it a little more obvious because it shows their full bodies. And it's just a lot more obvious. But, I mean, even from this picture, you clearly see his hand on her ass. Where else would it be? He's not just hover-handing. And she's not a litigious person. She's not just going after this guy for no reason. She clearly felt violated. He was touching her, and she went on. His argument is, she went on and kept taking pictures with people. But yeah, she's a pop star. She has a responsibility to her fans, and she's going to keep doing autographs and photos with people. That's what she does. She's a public figure. And, the guy's case just does not hold up. The dude's clearly a fucking perv.
Yeah, he looks like one, too. You just look at his face.
Yeah.
Face.
That's his girlfriend on the left there. But,
what an idiot. He's got
gross.
A girlfriend like that, and then he's doing that kind of shit. What an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, other news. I've been following that Charlottesville dumpster fire. It's not been going well at all. But I mean, what else are you going to expect from people who think marching around with tiki torches is a proper aesthetic and optically sound?
Well, the truth is, the groups that were doing that seemed kind of pathetic. And the groups that were protesting them were also pathetic, too. I mean, it was patheticness all the way around.
Yeah, and one thing I hear from the alt-right a lot is, nobody complains when BLM does Black Lives Matter does it, or anti-fascists do it. But people do complain. But regardless of that, that doesn't justify this behavior at all. That's a really childish argument. Say, so-and-so does this, why can't I do this? It's like a little boy saying, my sister did this, so I could do it too, Mommy. It's just really childish.
Well, neither
8-year-old tier excuse.
Well, neither one should be blamed. I mean, no group should be blamed for the worst parts. It's just it seems though that the right gets blamed for far more for the worst of their of the people in their groups than the left.
No, I disagree because the left wing Black Lives Matter does stuff. We blame them for Black Lives Matter going around and destroying entire cities and burning down various
but they
restaurants
do
and stuff.
And Black Lives Matter.
But it doesn't count when the right wing does it. That's why I'm critiquing the alt-right, because it's much easier for me to go after the left wing than it is for me to go after the right. It takes a lot more subtlety and nuance to actually attack the problems on the right wing than it does the left. The left do a perfectly good job of attacking themselves and making themselves look like idiots, but a lot of people on the right wing are sycophants, and they don't want to acknowledge the fact that there's a lot of toxic bullshit on the right wing. And like I said in that video earlier, there's people using this No True Scotsman thing where they're saying, oh, well, this guy couldn't have been alt-right because he's technically a Jew because his mom's a Jew, and he's a Bernie Sanders supporter, even though every piece of evidence said he hooked up with this group called the American Vanguard, which is a very, very heavily alt-right group. And he definitely had heavy sympathies with them. His voting record shows that he's a Republican. He's a right-winger. So at what point do we draw the line and say this person's a left-winger or a right-winger? Really, to me, it's irrelevant. The person is a dickhead because he ran people over and murdered them. But as far as playing the blame game, everybody there was to blame. So as far as saying nobody there is to blame for the worst thing possible, I disagree. Many people have culpability in that, and just because they hold one opinion or the other doesn't make them any less responsible.
Well, I mean, people can't be people can hold rallies, and if nutcases do things that are bad, that doesn't make them responsible for those nutcases.
But that's a bit of a straw man, though, because they weren't just holding rallies. The context of this is that these people were deliberately provoking these people into attacking them. There's a video of Baked Alaska going out there. He flips this guy's hat off, and the guy in turn pushes his face and slaps his hat off. He grabs the hat off his head. Because I've gone back and watched that video. After I did that video yesterday, I had somebody come to me and say, hey, actually, he slaps the guy off. He slaps the hat off that guy first. And I watched it again and again. And this Baked Alaska guy turns the camera away from the dude. And then you turn back to him, and his hat's just completely gone. And Baked Alaska is just waving. And the point of all this is that both sides are being fucking morons, idiots, and they're basically trying to bait each other into hostility in order to make themselves the victim, so they can get that much coveted victim card, so they can throw and say, oh, look, the intolerant left, look how intolerant they are. Well, unfortunately, the right wing may have overplayed their hand this time, and it backfired on them because one of their people ended up being a balloon. And the right wing is not very good at these kinds of points as Muslims in Western countries going out and attacking people, and they say, oh, well, this Muslims are responsible for all this, but at the same time they don't want to acknowledge some of the toxic elements in their movement might inspire some irrational actors on their side. So there's a lot of hypocrisy on both sides, and all I'm trying to do is draw attention to that and find what the solution is, because obviously there's a disconnect between a lot of these e-celebs and their followers, and they have a hard time controlling not only their optics but the people who are recruited to deliver their message.
And it's a sad thing, too, because social justice warriors, they were getting, intellectually and morally, they were getting their asses kicked. And this just gives, the social justice warriors fuel for the fire, basically. They won the, I guess you could say, as far as if there was a media war, they kind of won it because they looked better than I guess what you would say the far righters or the conservatives.
Yeah, and it was all just happenstance. Obviously nobody, as far as I know, nobody went and told this guy, hey, go run these people over, right? You
Yeah.
know, but as far as legality is concerned, yeah, of course, nobody on the right wing is directly culpable for the actions of this guy, but the drumming up and the provocation, encouragement of hostility by a lot of these right-wing Islam does make them morally responsible for the actions. And just because something is legal or it's free speech doesn't mean it's not morally, or it doesn't mean that it's morally correct. You know, just because, okay, so if we're talking about the First Amendment, yeah, I'm a free speech extremist. You know, I believe people should be able to say pretty much what they want. Everybody draws a line. That's how our civilization functions. That's how we avoid just killing each other on the streets every day, is because we draw certain lines. There are lines to free speech. No matter how extreme you might be, you do have a line that you draw. Just like with Second Amendment gun legislation. We could say, okay, well, you can have any gun in the world that you want, but just don't point it at somebody, because that's brandishing a weapon or intimidation or whatever. The same thing applies to the First Amendment. We draw lines, you know, and because nobody directly said, hey, go and run these people over, doesn't mean that these people don't have blood on their hands, because I think they do. And they're denying a very dark element in their ranks. And it's because they were trying to attract as many people as possible, letting in these feds and irrational actors with mental illnesses, because they didn't take care as far as screening these people, you know, because they were desperate to have as many people as possible in their ranks. And it's really sad, because a lot of the white nationalists, I have sympathies with them. I do. I'm not a friend to the left at all.
Goose, I want to ask you a question.
A lot of people
Goose.
in the comments on that video, they were calling me a communist, a leftist,
Goose.
and a Democrat.
Goose.
And it's like, I am
Goose.
not a friend to the left.
Goose. Goose.
Right.
Goose?
Yeah.
Hi, sweetie. You're dropping a little bit, but I want to ask you a question. The thing that happened in Charleston, North Carolina. So what you were trying
Virginia.
whatever, the same thing. What I was going to say is, do you think that was orchestrated by one person, and if so, who and why?
Are you talking about the actual Unite the Right event? That was orchestrated, or it was organized by somebody from the Donald subreddit and various e-celebs on the right wing. Do I think that the car attack was orchestrated by e-celebs? No.
No, I don't either. That's a little heavy duty.
No. Yeah, there's some conspiracy theories going around about, oh, it was a George Soros funded actor. Mike Cernovich is pushing this bullshit about how George Soros funded this guy. I'm like, hey, you're full of shit, dude. You know, and it's amazing the leaps and bounds these people will go to deny that this person had anything to do with the right wing, even though every indicator points to him being right wing sympathizer and activist.
Well, you say on there that the alt-right has blood on their hands, so who was... I'm really confused, but I would like to understand what's going on in case somebody asks me what happened. All I saw was... I've been really busy all day today doing painting and bullshit like that.
Well, that's why I make videos like this that are very short and concise. I do like 2 to 3 minute videos, sometimes like as high as 5, but I make it very concise. I pack a lot of information in one video. I have a lot of visuals, and I try to make it so people and get a lot of information out of a little bit of time, because it is very hard to keep up with.
No, it's not. It's good. I liked it. But can I play the second one again before we can hear what you said? Okay.
Go for it.
All right, listen. Here we go.
As expected, the Unite the Right demonstration in Charlottesville, Virginia exploded today as more and more activists began to flood the campus of the University of Virginia and engage in a heated back and forth battle between the left and right political factions. Fights broke out, Richard Spencer was detained by riot police, and somebody even blew up a helicopter with an aerial drone. Later on, President Trump gave a speech about the event, denouncing the violence and urging police to restore order to the community. Perhaps the most dramatic moment of the day was when a man identified as James Alex Fields decided to plow his Dodge Challenger into a crowd of protesters, leaving a couple dozen people injured and one person dead. Fields had told his mother he was going to this event, and he arrived there as part of a right-wing group called American Vanguard. While people within the right wing are deflecting responsibility for the attack by way of a sort of no true Scotsman argument, saying that he's a Jew and a Bernie Sanders supporter, it's kind of strange that Fields is a registered Republican. Obviously, there was violence perpetrated by both sides, and nobody there is truly free of blame, but the organizers and figureheads of the Unite the Right event have a difficult time denying culpability when many of them were actively shit-stirring and provoking their opponents into hostility. Similar to the Battle of Berkeley, you have two groups of fanatics who are aggressively baiting the opposition into violence. It's also worth mentioning that the Charlottesville police completely failed in their duty to protect the citizens here. Had there been officers posted on the street to direct traffic and clear protesters from the road, it's unlikely that so many people would have been harmed. So, instead of people acting responsibly, you have another dead body for the left wing to use as a political prop. Congratulations! I sure hope you have enough tiki torch oil to wipe the blood off your hands, you psychotic fucks. This is Wild Goose, signing off.
Wild Goose. I like the way you go goose. Wow, you have such a G sound. Goose. Hey, I want to ask you a question.
Do you like my format, by the way?
I love your format. It's good.
I'm developing a style, and I got a pretty good workflow going on.
How did you get so many views on that other video? What the fuck?
YouTube's kind of weird. And it's funny because I was actually on a 12-hour suspension with Twitter, so I wasn't able to promote that at all. But I guess their algorithm might have, because it was a relevant thing going on, a news thing, and a lot of people were looking it up on YouTube. I guess they found my video, and I put it on pretty early on during the thing. I was one of the first people to, I don't know about one of the first, but I was one of the people who early on put a sort of analysis video out there of what was going on. And it's a 3-minute video. So, people are more inclined to watch a 3-minute video than they are an hour and a half live stream.
Okay,
so,
Mr.
I guess I found that appealing.
Mr. That movie, remember that video that you showed me the other night and you said, I want this man doxxed. I want this man doxxed.
Oh, that was something that, and, I know you mentioned Baked
Alaska.
Baked Alaska. When I say Baked Alaska. But I was really pissed off at, in Santa Monica, they had a white privilege conference. Mm-hmm. And this group blocked the door. And in my opinion, they let mob rule win. And I'm against these white privilege conferences anyway. But when you block the door, and because they were blocking the door against Trump supporters, and when you do that, something that's taxpayer funded, you're really doing something wrong. I mean, I think these white privilege conferences are wrong to begin with. Mm-hmm. And it just, and there were black thugs that were blocking the door, basically, and it really.
Yeah, and Richard Spencer, he's constantly doing these speaking engagements at university campuses, and he specifically opens the door to people who oppose his worldview. So it's it definitely says something about have a lot of right-wing people like Richard Spencer not only not disallowing people from the left to come into his speaking event, but openly inviting them, saying, hey, I have some ideas, I want you to come hear what I have to say, and if you have a disagreement, bring it to the table. Let me see what you have to say. But really has a problem with civil discourse and openly in with so that's definitely a problem that I have with the left wing.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of them never, a lot of them literally don't want to debate. I mean, you got these two, I consider them like just clowns, Francesca Ramsey and Kat Black, and these people just continually lecture. And I don't know if they go to college campuses, but yeah, I mean, and I don't know, those individuals really do kind of piss me off, and that's one of the problems, like you said, with the left is they want an echo chamber and they want to lecture us. They don't want a debate.
Right.
And if what they say can't stand up to their bootstraps, what good is it?
Yeah, and that's why I am no friend of the left. I have a lot of problems with the right wing and how they do things. But as far as left wing behavior, I don't with it. Some of their more political policies or economic policies I can kind of get down with, but their social stuff is definitely just fucking out there and cannot contend with any sort of rational argument. So, and they're not willing to have that debate. They're not willing to have a discussion about it. It's all just about shaming you for disagreeing with them and showing how much of a retard, rural farmer, hillbilly asshole you are.
It was the day we
as
moved
opposed
into the new
to
house.
they have that so-called cosmopolitan bias where they come from these West Coast, East Coast, coastal cities, and they all went to Ivy League schools, and they look down on people. And yeah, I just don't dig that. It's snobbish and no, I don't dig it at all.
Yeah, I mean, and it seems to have gotten worse, particularly since Trump's been elected, and it seems like people on the left side are far less tolerant and far like not wanting to have even a friendship with someone that is even a libertarian, let alone a Trump supporter.
Yeah, definitely disturbing, but at the same time, I'm seeing the right wing make a lot of mistakes right now, rather than letting the left make mistakes. And one of the big rules of war is if you see what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell was that.
I don't know. But one of the main rules in the art of war is if you see your enemy making a mistake, don't interrupt them. And I see the right wing interrupting them, especially with what occurred in Charlottesville, Virginia this week. They actually stood to benefit from this, and I think they overplayed their hand bigly, as Trump would say. So, anyways, I'm going to leave it off with that. Good discussion, and I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. And I'm going to go ahead and dip out, guys. This is good.
All right.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Good talking to you, Goose.
Hell yeah.
Damn, that was some good stuff. That was good information.
Yeah, that was excellent information.
Yeah, Goose knows how to bring the shit with him.
Yes, he does.
The wagon rolled.
The wagon did roll. Debbie, are you still there?
I think she had to be right back. So this is our show right now.
Oh, shit, because I was getting ready for Betty Schnoo. Debbie, where the fuck did you go?
She'll be right back.
Where'd she go?
She had to go take a pee-pee.
She didn't even say that. Oh, she said, I'll be right back, take over. So we're taking over right now.
Yeah, this is our show for the next seconds.
Several seconds. Well, Debbie squirts.
I really like the interplay there. You do really well with one-on-ones with Goose, and
Yes.
sounds like you're getting your message. You have a plan there. It's really starting to take shape.
Well, like I said, I think that and you know I gotta examine the whole Charlotte thing a little bit more, but people should not be, we should not stop free speech because people are provoked into action. I mean, people got to grow up, and if they're going to be provoked, they need to go to jail. Okay? It's like if a woman walks around in a skimpy outfit, to say that she can't do that because horny men might be provoked to want to rape her, well, that's not an excuse. In this country, if you're provoked by what people are standing for and you can't handle it and you have to act in a violent way, well, you need to be put in jail. And in my opinion, if it were up to me and the law were just, you would have a Singapore-style caning for your violent actions. Yes. And maybe have that chick who grabbed that guy by the penis. You might get that. That was pretty dastardly what she did, by the way, in that video.
Well, before you go saying who's wrong and who's right, I think Goose is right on the money there. He probably deserved it.
What, being grabbed by the penis?
Yeah. Who knows what, maybe that was...
But we don't know.
We don't know. We don't know the rest of the story, but
maybe he was sick of her shit, and he was leaving her for her behavior, and she was like, "No, you're not going anywhere. I've got you by the penis."
In which case, she should be hung.
Yes, yeah, that is a hangable offense right there.
Yeah. In my world, I would hang her.
But her buttocks were beautiful, and she wasn't bad looking. Folks, please make a comment on that. I
would have her body stuffed and preserved.
Yeah. But please make a comment on that video of the woman grabbing the penis.
Yes. Yeah, and if any of you out there do taxidermy, please call me.
Oh, you need a taxidermist?
I would like to get her taxidermied.
Yes.
So, still no signs of Debbie. It's still our show.
Yes.
How are we going to close out our final seconds of running this shit?
Well, you know what? I'm just going to say that I thank Debbie for letting us run this as long as we have.
Yeah. I was surprised she let me back in after the last night's mishap with Jimmy.
With Jimmy.
Yeah.
And, God. Now I'm hungry again, but I shouldn't eat.
No, don't eat. It's too late.
You're right. It is too late.
You missed your window.
I missed my window. But what was I going to say? So there are.
Anyone listening to this show?
I don't even know anymore. Is there anyone listening to this show?
Who knows? Probably all out partying.
Maybe.
I think one of our future plans is to get out to Texas to see Debbie and Vic.
Yeah. We were going to go see Justice League together. But I don't know if she can handle a midnight premiere. She's kind of a sleepy chick.
Just do it, man. Airfare to Houston is cheap.
It's not Houston, it's Dallas.
Well, we can always go into Houston and get a real feel for the city.
I've been to Houston before. Have you?
Nope, not yet.
Have you been to Austin?
No, you guys aren't.
What's that?
Hello? Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Apocalypse. How many goddamn years have you guys said, "Oh, we're going out there"? Fucking like 6. I don't believe you.
Well, we do lie.
Well, maybe.
You know what? I've
maybe
been known to lie,
follow
but that's a
through
true
with something
story
you
that I'm
say.
making up.
Do it. Just go.
I'm going
Get
right
a
now.
Southwest ticket.
Get the plane
Dallas.
ticket. How much
Yeah.
is it?
$100. Go. Not hard. Not hard.
Wait a minute. Is it one way or
No,
is it one
I don't
way
know.
or two ways?
I don't know. But you
Well,
guys live near LAX, so just handle it. Not hard.
Maybe we'll take a Greyhound.
Oh,
Would
yeah.
people- if we
Good
went
idea.
out there and visited Debbie, would people listen to us going out for a steak dinner or something?
Yeah.
That might be entertaining. I know you'll be there, Apocalypse. You're going to listen.
I don't
Might
know. I can't
You're
afford to
welcome.
go to Dallas. It's a really expensive place to be.
Well, you can listen. You could join us from afar.
Perhaps.
Don't say
Yeah, I don't see
perhaps.
why not.
You'll be there for sure. What the hell? It's not a maybe.
Well,
Yeah,
is it going to be like live? Are you going to be on Twitch or Periscope or something?
Yeah, all that shit, man. We're gonna have everything's gonna be going off.
It's gonna be like a menage a trois sandwich.
Yeah, it's all
Okay.
bling,
Hey,
bling,
asshole!
bling.
We don't use French words on air. It's
Probably
actually
right.
a rule.
You didn't know that we're Anglophiles, so we could pull that stuff out at any time without impunity.
Yeah, and DJ Bad Guy asked 3MM if he'd say the word nigger. He wants to know if you'd say that word.
Come off it, man, please. Jesus Christ, DJ. I already told you I shit my pants.
Yeah, I don't think anyone wants that word on here. So, I just assume it's just not going to be said. And
Really?
it turns away a lot of people.
Yeah.
So we got to keep that word very limited. Just maybe a Jimmy appearance here and there.
Yeah. Jimmy was on our show tonight.
Wait, you bastards did a show?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
We did a show.
Oh, okay.
We called it Not
Yeah.
Another Civil War.
Well worth going back and
Oh.
listening to. It's a good show.
Yes.
You found
Was
out a
it
little bit
about scat and white
more about-
nationalism?
Well, we
Well,
found out he lives in the Appalachian Mountains, and we found out that there's a horrible meth problem there.
I'd argue there's a bigger heroin problem there than meth.
Maybe now there is,
Or
yeah.
maybe there's just a big drug problem in general.
Yeah.
It's far more chic
'Cause
to that heroin.
You know what happened with the Appalachians? The coal jobs, actually, it's one of the few entry-level jobs where you could go in and start making $60,000, and you could level up like a video game and start making $120 after like 5 or 6 as a journeyman. So all these people had good jobs, and then just over a few years, regulations cut them, and bam, done.
Sad story. Epic tale, bro.
Yeah. Kind of sucks.
We're not boomers, by the way. We're Generation Xers, Wild Goose. We're not that old. I think we look
An
that
ass.
old.
You may look it, but we sure ain't.
No,
You guys
no.
look like alcoholics.
Generation
Yeah.
X.
Yeah.
I don't even
My
anymore.
Yeah.
Makes me tired.
Yeah, you know what? My age comes from obesity and overeating and diabetes and heart disease.
Yeah. Give it up for overeating. Yeah. Whoop,
Yeah.
whoop.
So, no, Mr.
Overeaters
Midnight Movie.
unanimous.
Hey, no, we're going to get into that because how's your diet going? Have you been avoiding sugars? And I want some honesty, and I want it fucking now.
For the most part, it's been going pretty fucking good, but I got to go back to the doctor because I'm not, I'm still like fucking tiredy poo. But I pretty much keep away from like where the product says sugar on it. But like I just had a whole thing of lasagna.
Oh, Jesus, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
made
sure it's
the
good
most
tasting.
bomb-
And I'm sure you,
I mean,
but
yeah, I
you
made
can't
mac
be
and
eating that
cheese
shit.
tonight. You can't have any of that. Yeah.
Go like
When is
paleo
Debbie
or
coming back?
something,
I'm getting tired. I want to go to Betty Boo.
Oh no,
Nope.
he's starting to say all
Nope.
these real creepy words. Come on, Debbie.
Debbie, come back. God damn, Debbie, come
She's
back.
pooping. Let her poop in peace, man. Let the lady shit.
Well, when the gallbladder disease, you know. Oh shit.
You weren't supposed to talk about that, Mr. Midnight Movie. You know better
Not the
than that.
gallbladder.
Well, yeah, her issues. So let's not bring that up, Mr. Midnight Movie.
All right. Shit.
Anyways,
I guess too late
you
now.
can always go to
fuckhead.
sleep if you want. You can always fall back and go to sleep. Apocalypse and I can handle it, unless
right.
you can.
No,
unless you can
yeah, whoa. We don't let Mr. Midnight just stroll on out like little Cinderella. You know, I don't think so. You got to stay until you say bye to Debbie. These are the rules. This is etiquette.
Well, where the hell is Debbie?
Decent of you if you can handle it.
Yeah.
I'm right here.
All right.
Well, I don't know.
I'm
I mean,
right here.
what do you want from me?
I'm right here.
She's here.
Wow,
God.
he's starting to freak out because he didn't know where you were.
No,
I was
it's
getting ready to
Mommy!
get Teddy Bar.
Mommy, where are you?
Zane woke up and he had diarrhea all over himself, and his bed is totally soaked. I had to give him a bath. It was a
Oh,
nightmare.
that's right.
Oh.
Debbie's watching babies tonight. She's on baby patrol.
We killed it when JP and I took over. We fucking killed it. I mean, it was comedy gold out here, and the audience is asking for an encore. But I got to get my ass to bed.
Okay. What a nightmare.
Hey, if I hang up on the call, will I?
No.
Wait.
No, you won't.
I brought on JP. Will that hang him
No,
up
you
too?
I don't think so.
No, you didn't. You can hang up.
I think you'll be
All right.
okay.
Good night, JP, Debbie, and APOC. And
Thank
we're
you,
going to
sir.
come out. Yeah. Now, we're either going to come out to Austin or Dallas to see you in November for the Justice League
Yeah.
premiere.
Don't make
Yeah.
promises you can't keep. Don't make promises
Well-
you can't keep.
You don't either, because the midnight showing, I don't know if you can stay up, honey bunny.
Oh,
Right, we'll see.
All right, good night, everybody.
All right.
Good night, you idiots.
All right.
Why am I saying good night?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Did Apocalypse get scared and run away?
yeah. I
Heather's
fucking
behind
fled
me.
like a bitch.
Say hi, Heather. What?
So yeah, we were gonna finish up strong. Are you planning on finishing up your show right now, or are
Hold
you
on just a
still
second.
going?
Do what? Hold on just 1 second.
All right.
Look what
So
you did,
what
JP.
kind of pizza? What kind of pizza are you eating tonight, Apocalypse?
What kind of pizza did I eat tonight? Is that what you asked?
Yeah.
Oh, well, first off, how the fuck did you know that? And B, I put something weird on my pizza tonight, and I don't know if I should tell you guys. You might make fun of me. I put sweet cherries on my pizza.
Sweet cherries. Are those big fat ones or the yellow ones? Oh, cherries. I thought you meant
Yes, cherries.
jalapenos.
Yeah.
Sweet cherries from Fry's.
Yellow cherries.
It's good on pizza.
I heard a few cherries a day is pretty good for your body.
It most certainly is. Cherry wine's beautiful. Almost as good as my favorite mead, but, you know, it works.
Well, why are cherries good? Because I have some real good cherries my mother-in-law sent me.
I forgot. It's part of some kind of new diets now. Everybody's eating cherries.
Oh, yeah, you should get some every week.
Like no cherries
Always.
left for me. I hear people with the gout that suffer from gout. They can benefit pretty heavily from a lot of cherries. I don't know
And
why.
Rainier cherries, if you can ever get a hold of some. They cost a lot more, but I think they're worth it.
They do cost a ton.
Yeah. And when Costco has them, I like to just stock up like no other. Hell yeah.
It's just
You sound
depends
really
on
excited about
where do
that.
you want to stay, Heather? Anything, anywhere. Okay.
But how does Heather look these days? She looking good? She's got her.
She looks better
Go to
than
the-
she's ever looked in her life. Seriously, she
bless
does. She looks
her
amazing.
I was going to ask how old she is, but that's none of my business. So she's looking good. Is she working or is she staying at home with the kids?
She works.
Oh man,
She
what a
works
girl!
in medical. She works in the medical. The baby just started crying. She came by here. Hold on. Let me see if that's him.
Do not show them a picture of Apocalypse.
She came by to get some stuff. Yeah. So the family's all disheveled. One's
Yeah.
here, one's there. Let me see. She wants a hotel room for her and Philip.
So Debbie, are you moving? Is that what's
No,
going
no,
on
no,
here?
no, 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 no. See, we're trying to flip a house right now that we wanted to flip. And what we did is, what is this? Hold on, I'm looking at the hotel here for her. And her mother-in-law has been staying with her, and her mother-in-law got in a knockdown, drag-out fight. And it's all the mother-in-law's fault. She's a fucking bitch. And even Philip will tell you she's a fucking crazy bitch.
Ooh.
And finally Heather took it and 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 took it, and finally she just jumped up. Jet had sat down to eat something after hockey, and Jet didn't want it all, so he threw it away, and she got it out of the trash behind Heather's back and was trying to make Jet eat it. And just gets all up in Heather's business, and it's none of her fucking business. It's horrible.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's just stupid. It's horrible. So they went off and left their house because the mother-in-law's there. So they're over here. And yeah, so that's all. It's just, and Victor's still over there working at the rent house, the rental property, I guess you could say.
What city is that in? Same city as you're in?
Yeah, it's pretty close to us. It's not far away from us at all. It's fairly close. Richardson. It's Dallas.
I miss Vic. I want you to call Vic, and I want him to come on the show because I miss him.
He's going to say he's too busy. He is a perfectionist by nature, and he is making this house. It is going to be amazing looking when he's done with it.
He's doing everything, right? Like painting walls, just everything out
Yep.
the door?
Everything. Stephen and I he's repainting the entire house. And he's doing everything. It's just crazy, crazy, crazy what he's doing. He's tearing out sheetrock. He's practically remodeling.
Wow, nice.
Heather, do you want me to book this or not? What time is checkout? Probably noon, I guess. Why?
Okay, that's fine. I can sleep a long time.
Okay.
Is that late checkout?
You want me to put it in your name or his? Okay. I'm booking her a room. Credit card. Don't you charge anything to this credit card. I'll have to kill you and tell God that you died, okay? You promise? Well, like I don't know, whatever the hell. Okay, I now have to pay for it. Yeah, after she got in a fight with her mother-in-law, I said, yeah, you're missing me now, aren't you, baby? You still don't miss me?
Because that's arrogant and gross.
What did you say?
That's arrogant and gross.
You're arrogant and gross.
Wow.
She's a 14-karat gold bitch.
Wow.
She's a beach. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm putting my credit card
But
in.
you know what's funny is, like, as soon as she said that she was going to slap me, I bowed back at her. She ran outside, smoked a cigarette, like ran outside.
She actually said she was going to slap you. Wow, that's badass. She's crazy.
Ask Heather what she would have done to her if she did slap her.
Apocalypse says, what would you have done if she would have hit you?
Is that an actual question? Like, I said, I dare you. I said, I wish you would. Please do.
She said, is that an actual question? I actually told her, I dare you. I wish to God you would. Okay, here we go.
Apocalypse usually does ask some really bad questions.
No, he doesn't. doesn't. He's fine. He's an angel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should hang up on JP.
JP's a
You
bad.
could do no wrong in my book.
JP can do. Okay, this is the emergency phone number, so I'll put mine, I guess. All right. Here we go. Everything about Philip is just so loud. There. All right. Oh, blow me, okay? There's plenty of money on that stupid credit card. I need my other credit card number. Daddy's got the credit card number. No, I've got it somewhere. Where did I put that credit card number? There's so much money on it, too. Oh, I know where it's at. Da-da-da-da-da. It's right here. I have a picture of it. Victor's Visa. Yeah, da-da-da-da-da-da. I have a picture of Victor's Visa. Yeah, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's way far away. How do I get back to just all the pictures? Okay, here we go. And it is right somewhere on this stupid fucking thing. Yeah, I'll tell you where you're going in just a second after I hit the mute button. Hold on just one second, because they're not saying anything.
No, we're not. I can't tell if we're interrupting you if we talk or what.
No, y'all made me pick up the mic. I was trying to deal with my family over here, and y'all say, "Where's
Well,
Debbie? Where's Debbie?"
You're
All right.
well, that way now Mr. Midnight Movie's gone, so why don't you take care of your business?
Already. Shut up,
An
stupid
apocalypse-
JP. Shut up. I'm going to go on mute then.
A Pickles
JP, you bitch.
will take it. From
You're a total bitch, JP.
A Pickles, shut up.
You're a bitch. You're a bitch made nigga.
You're a Pickles.
Thoughts? Suggestions?
Yeah, we'd like some commentary from the chat board on that. A Pickles.
Hey, where's your Guido friend at?
You know, that guy is, man, I was on vacation last week, and he kept calling me. Every time I was trying to, vacation, he would call me. Pepe Grillo. Hey,
Yes.
hello, Pelican. Shut up. Shut up. But, that's where we're at. I don't know where he is. He doesn't know where I am.
No, tell him to stop going to Mexico every weekend and just stay around LA like a man and come on the show because he's not doing anything else besides hunting UFOs like a weirdo, and just have him call on the show more often. You know, you have that power over him.
Yeah, enough of the UFOs. Call in.
Yeah, you know he's listening.
By the way, I was in Detroit about a week ago, and while I was in Detroit, I met up with a friend, and she had this whole photographic collection of UFOs, and a picture she had taken on her cell phone, and it was pretty bizarre. At one point, I should probably post those pictures. Very spooky stuff.
Always wonder though. It's a picture though. It can be modified. It can be photoshopped. It can be distorted. So how can you trust all those?
Well, ultimately, that's what I said. I don't think I know she didn't Photoshop them or edit them, but I feel like a cell phone is just not adequate to capture anything in the sky, especially if it's flying at 35,000 feet like a normal plane would be flying, moving however a couple hundred miles an hour. And it's, what are you, how can you tell me that picture is accurate? Give me a break. So, in the end, inconclusive. They need to land, and they need to say, take me to Apocalypse.
They should be looking for UFOs in the ocean because there's so much shit there that if an alien was to land, there's a good chance they're landing on the damn water, and their spaceship's going to be at the bottom of the ocean with the crabs.
Yeah, man. Go in the water.
Yeah.
Simple. Apocalypse has
Yeah.
solved the UFO mystery. Go to the ocean. What do they call those?
I'm scared of the ocean, though. There's sharks and shit in there. Why would anyone ever go near an ocean?
All you have to do is wrap yourself in metal. You're fine.
Ooh, yeah, and be stuck in a cage underwater. What could go wrong there?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Just hope the chain doesn't break and I just fall off, like a mile deep down in the ocean, just trapped. My head explodes because of the pressure.
You're turning me on.
Oh, I bet I am. What are you wearing right now, JP? What's the color of your underwear?
They're the color of boobs.
Bugs or boobs?
Yes.
No, that doesn't answer anything I just asked.
So, yeah, I don't
And
know.
also,
I haven't seen it
Bloviator
yet,
says, I fucking hate JP. He's such a cunt. What did you do to Bloviator, and why is Bloviator pissed at you?
I always liked Bloviator, but now I think he's an asshole, and I don't like him.
Oh, but what if he said nice things about you? Would you like him again?
Yeah, I think I'd consider that.
Okay, well. Bloviator, if you want JP to like you, you say nice things.
Yeah.
I
Or
don't-
continue
maybe
to say
Bloviator
bad
doesn't
things,
care.
and I'll hate you. I hate your guts. Go to hell, Bloviator. Go to hell.
Hey, whoa, it's almost
God.
Sunday, man. It's kind of against my religion for such blasphemies, Because, JP, I know you're a fucking Jew atheist, and I don't mean that in the negatory way. But I
Right.
suggest you start going and doing the Christian thing again in your life. Turn yourself around for Jesus.
You know what? My sister did that.
You tried that before? You tried the Christianity stick at one point?
Oh yeah, I think she still does the Christianity thing.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
she took to it, man. I can always get her to. I used to try to get her to call in. We actually did a show a long time ago together. It was pretty entertaining.
How'd that go?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Now I can.
Okay. Yeah, I asked how did that go, that show?
The show with my sister, or
Yeah.
the show tonight.
Show with the sister, of course.
Yeah, those went pretty good. We did about 15 shows together, and they were all pretty good.
Is she
But then-
neurotic like you, or is she more of a normal person?
God, I should find that insulting, but she's pretty cool. I mean, she's older than me, so maybe she just doesn't give a shit a little bit more. Maybe.
How much older?
she's-
Like 5 years, 10 years?
She is a good baker's dozen.
Ooh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, we're in different generations. It's pretty crazy. So, yeah, but we still had some pretty good shows, and it was good for a while.
What
Yeah, maybe-
interests do you and your sister share? Like any sort of hobbies or political views or anything like that?
Yeah, we were just doing like a wacko California political show, and we would focus on Jerry Brown and some of the other, Barbara Boxer and some of the cunt faces that are in office here in California, and we'd just kind of rail on them, and and then we would we were working on a bunch of things, and then we just started getting in these little arguments, not over that, over shit like life stuff, and then and she's like real temperamental. She's got some like serious anger issues going on, so she holds grudges for a really long time. So we're in the middle of a grudge. We're in the middle of a grudge match.
Oh, come on.
I'm trying, man.
That's silly.
I don't even remember what it was about. She won't call me. So
Oh, lose some pride. Do you know how many people get that feeling where they're like, "Oh, my grandpa won't call me. Oh, my grandma won't call me," and then like they die, and then they're like, "Well, she should have called me, dumb
Yeah.
bitch," and then you're like, "No, you shouldn't feel that way."
normally I totally get that and I agree and I've seen it a million times. This is atypical of those situations. I've actually tried, like I emailed her and then she blocked me from emails. Then I called her, she blocked me from calling her, and it's just she's a nightmare.
How old are you,
She's really-
Apocalypse? Apocalypse, how old are you?
Works at a business.
32.
All right.
He's 32.
Oh.
Heather goes, he's your age. She works at a business. I said, Apocalypse is cool.
Yeah.
very cool,
Oh, I want to hook
man.
those two up. Oh
When
wait,
is
she's
the
got a boy.
goddamn expiration date? I am fucking retarded.
Hey, that word, Debbie.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I forgot. You're funny
Yeah.
about that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Eyeball.
Gotta be nice.
What the
Use
hell?
happy words.
We have to be PC.
Oh, you heard me.
Well, sorry for killing the show. Jeez.
No, it's okay. Philip's
Hey,
gay.
does Apocalypse live near Kingman, Arizona?
Mm,
No.
nah, I want to say that's about 2 hours away.
Never mind then.
Did you hear? Did you hear Curtis the other night dox you on air, Apocalypse?
Who,
What?
Chris?
Did you hear him?
I don't know who Chris is.
No, Curtis.
Oh, Curtis. No, I didn't know that.
He goes, Apocalypse, do y'all have that chicken thing in Anthem? And I was going, Curtis.
Oh. Yeah.
What a jerk. Okay, your confirmation number is 140670. All these numbers right here, Heather.
Okay.
Maybe you could check in before checkout. Philip. Would you like a rental car?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Mercedes.
Heck yeah.
Where is it?
Is that even a question?
Okay. right
Yeah.
there.
You want a beer fridge in the rental as well.
Okay, so is
Yeah.
this paid for and stuff, or what are we doing? What's
It's
going
paid
on?
for. It's paid for.
Okay, because I ain't trying to go in there and spend all my fucking money.
No problem with that.
Say thank you.
Yeah, say thank
Yeah, why are you
you.
hooking her up?
Thank you.
Hook me up.
She's cute and she's my little baby.
Boo hoo hoo.
You know it's the middle of the summer. and you like
Look at
too
Philip. Look
muddy.
how
It's
stupid.
fucking raining.
Look at him. He's got on a hoodie with the hood top on top. Heather goes, it's the middle of summer. You look like a criminal. He's got a hoodie on with a hood on his top, on his head.
And a minute ago, he was wearing his glasses in the car. Sunglasses.
Yeah, that's good. The cops will like that.
And then he had his little rag hanging.
I know, and he has his colors hanging out of the back pocket of his jeans.
Oh, Jesus. He wants to go to jail.
What did Michael say? It's the smoke sprays going on. Philip was arguing about something. He goes, I swear my IQ just got lower just now. I'm telling you.
Philip, she's so abusive to you.
Alright, what else are we taking? These are.
How many pairs of pants are you going to take him? He's just spending the night.
It's like 8. These are wet. You just in here?
Yeah, I'll wash them.
Gonna need bleach all over them.
Then take them with you.
I don't have any bleach, and you can go fuck yourself. So stop being
Well, you
mean.
can go buy me
Whoa,
some.
wee wah.
Everything else has bleach on it.
Shut up, Philip.
In the kitchen somewhere. Oh, man, I don't live here. Oy.
They're almost out the door. Bye, pumpkin.
See you later.
Put your shoes on.
I know, they're out here.
What, babies? Night, night. I love you.
Hey.
Do you get to keep the
Zay's
kids?
got that situation going on.
Uh huh.
Just check on him every few hours, okay?
I will.
Just like touch his back.
I will.
Or something.
You should have put 2 diapers on him.
He just needs to sleep.
All right.
He should sleep. He'll probably wake up about
Oh,
6 or 7
double bag
in the
that kid.
morning. If you want, just give him a bottle.
I will.
Change the diaper while you're giving him the
He'll
bottle.
be fine.
Listen to me, for fuck's sake.
Right.
Is change the bottle, or what am I saying? Change the diaper, give him a bottle, and then he'll
Change the bottle and give me the diaper. Okay, I
Okay.
will. I promise.
Alright.
Good night. I love you.
Well, Debbie,
Are you taking this thing?
Yeah, what are you doing? You're opening a football.
You're not trying to go, are you?
I'm not going to wash your stupid shirt. Bye, babies.
I got it. I got this.
Take Keisha, or whatever her stupid name is, Kiva.
Kiva.
Bloviator says, I fucking hate JP. He's such a cunt.
What?
You know, this is the most...
That's horrible.
It's the most hateful chat room I've ever seen in my life.
I miss
Yeah.
Bloviator. Where's Bloviator been?
Down, people.
He says, you're such a cunt.
Well, I want to apologize for JP's country.
Yeah, I'm sorry too. Asshole. Fuck him.
It's JP's cuntish attitude. I hope it doesn't keep you away.
I love being
So-
around all these men, and you're so mean to each other.
Bloviator is such a douchebag. When I'm in the chat room, he's my best friend. When I'm on the air, it's like all hail. All goes.
Maybe he
to
wants
shit.
to blow you.
Maybe. Seen this before.
Maybe you should blow him.
Why the hell would I do that? No, thank
Well,
you.
you know what, JP? You got to learn how to
What?
please your fans, okay?
Yeah, I'm
That's
trying.
what it takes. That's what it takes.
Little blowjobs? Okay. Line them up. Get this out of the way. No, why
No
can't I
JP
just
and no
like
seekers.
sign programs like every other person? Give them my autograph. I don't have to suck their dick. Keep it simple.
Debbie's just nailing Stabby. Oh my fuck.
Oh, maybe I should go to that Discord place.
Yeah, that's fun. The way I see it, it's like an inside-out Skype with better chat functions. No video, though. Well, they're in the process of adding video chat. So,
Yeah, I'm sure Joe Seeker will be on that soon. Everybody else will.
yeah. He is a very aggressively mean man.
Yeah, he's right. His aggression doesn't always fit. It doesn't always fit the anger levels that are going on
Philip
between
came
two
in because
people.
he forgot his cologne.
Oh my god.
Pepe Le Pew. All right, bye, angels. Bye,
JP, do you wear cologne? Man perfume?
No, not really. No, I tried Axe deodorant though a couple times. That was all right.
Bye, baby.
That's all I'll wear. I really don't see a point of cologne. Just fucking shower well, and put on some deodorant and you're good, right?
No, I like really. I do use really good soap. I always do. I always have really good soap, but I don't use colognes or perfumey stuff. Just don't like it.
Wild Goose goes, I like Mr. in that movie and JP. They're boomers, but they're not hindered by all the boomer tropes. He goes, who's that on the air with them? Stabby?
Asshole.
He goes, who
We're
is
not
that?
fucking boomers.
He goes, who's that
What
on the
the
air with them?
fuck?
Stabby?
It's me, Stabby.
Yeah, it's this Stabby McThug on the air with me and JP.
Hey.
Apocalypse is in the chat telling everyone he likes cologne. What a bitch. He has a day and night cologne too. What the fuck does that mean?
Who do you put your cologne on for? To sit there in front of your computer?
Oh, fuck.
I'm sorry.
Shots
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I take it back. I love you. No, I don't.
Smells good.
Stabby's an asshole. He hates my guts. Apocalypse
But
kept
do you
posting.
hate his guts?
No, I don't hate his guts. I don't hate anybody's guts. Stabby's just mean.
What do you think it will take for Stabby to be nice?
Goose is
What's
in
wrong
the
with
chat
him? Why
room.
does he hate you so much, Debbie? I want to know.
Goose, go over to the live show chat. The live show voice chat. He's in the chat room. He says, what's up, Nogs? He's in Discord. Click on where it says live show. Just click on that and you'll be in the live show and you can make some smart ass remarks to people in the chat room if you want to. God, I'm glad they got the fuck out of here. They left the babies, but they left. They fight too much. Darren says hello too. Get in the voice chat, Darren, if you want to or whatever.
Yeah, Darren.
I like
Yeah, I had to.
Darren's pretty cool.
But Stabby's asking for help to change. He wants to do better with himself, you know? I like that effort.
Goose, do you see this thing that says live show on the left right there under Yeah, I want to see how you work on this because you were breaking up like a bitch on Skype. If you click on the word live show, then you'll be in there. And you can hear us and you can also talk. I'd like to see if you work better in there anyway. Because did y'all hear him breaking up?
Yeah,
I did.
It was really bad.
Yeah, it was a bad storm, Goose. That was a mean fucking storm.
Is this still going on there?
No, it's moved out of the area. That fighting video, what's his face had was hysterical. Hold on. Dr. B. What's up?
What's up?
Nothing. What are you doing?
Chill
Dr.
down.
B.
Hey.
Goose, click on live show, you mullet.
Goose.
A goose doesn't sound like that.
Oh, I thought that's how wild gooses sound, but
I
oh
just
well.
want to see if you sound better, Goose. Just go in there and say, hey, and see if you break up over there. That's all. If not, then it's no big deal. We'll go back to fighting with Stabby.
Stabby McHuds.
Sandy says, help, Sandy. Stabby says, help me change. I can change. I don't have to be a sandy little butthole. He says, play this, please. It's my song. All right, we have a song here for Stabby. From South Park. Bigger, longer, and...
Some people say that I'm a bad guy. They may be right. They may be right. But it's not as if I don't try. I just fuck up. Try as I might. But I can change, I can change. I can learn to keep my promises, I swear it. I'll open up my heart and I will share it. Any minute now I will be born again. Yes, I can change, I can change. I know I've been a dirty little bastard. I like to kill, I like to make us. I'm insane, but it's okay because I can change. It's not my fault that I'm so evil. It's society. Society. You see, my parents were sometimes abusive, and it made a prick of me. But I can change, I can change. I can learn to keep my promises, I know it. I'll open up my heart and I will show it. Any minute now I will be born again.
But what if you never change? What if you remain a sandy little butthole?
Hey, Satan! Don't be such a twit. Mother Teresa won't have shit on me. Just watch me change. Here I go, take me.
It's very Jewish, Mr. Jewish producer.
Yeah. A lullaby.
Goose is going to go smoke, and then he's going to jump on and see if he sounds any better in Discord.
Yeah.
Good song, Stabby, but you can't change. You're a permanent asshole. Sorry.
I mean, so, to be honest, Stabby McHuds, you have your chance to improve, but sometimes people won't just forgive you just because you expect them to. It takes a lot for a person to just, forgive you outright. You have to make time and effort to do so. But as far as I can tell, based on your past record, it doesn't sound like you're trying.
Give it to him, Dr. B. I love the fuck out of that.
And I get it. We're not perfect, but we try to learn from our past mistakes, not try to repeat them. But those who repeat history are doomed to repeat it, or something like that. All right?
What is that? Something about those that don't change are doomed to repeat history. That's
Like
not right.
their own past mistakes is what I meant.
How about this? Stabby is an asshole and he can't help it.
I like that one.
Yeah.
He
I'll
is
go
an
with that.
asshole. He really is. He's just an asshole. I wanted to ask Goose what he thought. What do y'all think about Christopher Hitchens? Don't everybody jump at once.
Well, I personally don't like him, but I have listened to a few of his shows.
I think he's a prick.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
He's pompous.
Yeah, he's kind of got that look, that arrogant look, but he's also got the arrogant mannerism.
Oh, well, I don't believe that he is so fucking pompous.
Like Donald Trump.
Pretty much, yeah.
That was totally uncalled for, little one.
What? I mean, my mother does say that he is a pompous a-hole, yet he brings a lot more jobs back here than Obama did. I'll give him that.
There you go, see? Excuse me. Young, dumb, and living off mum.
At least she's working, you know.
No, baby, no. There's a thing right here that says young, dumb, and living off mum. I wasn't talking about you. Season 3, episode 2. I hope. I'm so sorry, Angel. Did that sound like I was talking to you? I guess it did, didn't it?
I don't know.
Just
if
for
it
that,
is,
to
then-
show you I'm sorry, I'll give you a wiki bear. Jewish producer, can you make it through one wiki bear?
I can.
You hate wiki bear?
What? No, I don't hate. I like WikiBear, but you didn't have to do this. I mean, I'm not bothered by it. I'm just wondering if it applies to me or not. But if it's applying to somebody else, I understand.
Hey, here's the real wiki bear. Look.
If you write anything on your computer, you need to get Grammarly.
I write pretty much all day.
Hold on a
every
minute.
day.
Ouch.
Do you like ice cream? Ice cream. You scream. We all scream for ice cream.
Wiki Bear, endless knowledge.
My name is Alec Kessler, Executive Vice President of the Commonwealth Toy and Novelty, and we've created the smartest, best
Tell
friend
me about
ever.
your likes and dislikes.
I like you, Wiki. Wiki is the first.
He's not half as good as Conan's Wiki Bear.
Who is this Wiki Bear character?
Goose, you sound just like Dr. B. You sound like Goose. Goose, you sound better on Discord. There's no.
Yeah, there's a. I don't know if you're feeling it, but there's and because of where I'm on the Niga net, so to speak. So, yeah, my internet just acts the hell up. Anytime there's even like rain outside, my internet just goes to shit.
Are you not on your Yeti Bluetooth mic or Yeti mic?
Yeah, I'm on a perfect mic. This is a great mic.
No, you got to change the settings on. Wait. On Discord, hit the little gear right down there by your name on the bottom left and change. You're on your room mic. Change to your Yeti. Right. Let me make sure. Is that where it's at, Apocalypse? Right there on that gear, right by your name on the bottom left, and under voice. Put your real mic. Put your other mic in there. Your Yeti mic. Goose is like, yes, I'm over here in the other side of the room. Did you do that? We don't hear you now, Precious.
Goose? You there?
I might have screwed him up, but didn't it sound like he was on his computer mic? Did it sound like that to y'all?
I didn't hear him at all.
No, he couldn't.
Now we don't hear you at all, Goose. Something screwed up over there for you. I don't know what you did or what I did or what I told you to do. Help him out, Apocalypse. I'll just screw him up. Is Apocalypse still on the call?
I haven't heard
Apocalypse!
from him. I think he's gone.
Oh, he's there. Somebody say something.
Hello?
We're so quiet tonight, all of us. It's so weird. We're normally not like this. Maybe it's Stabby. It shows Goose talking. We can't hear you. Change your...
Sorry. I was checking out the message board. There's not much going on there, but where is Goose? Come on, Goose.
There, he's coming back in now. Goose? Goose, down there, unmute yourself and the little microphone and the little headset. I fucked him up. I can't hear anything he says now.
Wow.
I know.
Senator Poop Tickler couldn't talk tonight. Well, that was the original name before I heard of Wild Goose.
Yeah, that was him.
Ah.
Goose is pretty smart. He can figure it out. I don't need to tell him what to do. I wonder where Apocalypse went. Where did you go, Apocalypse? What happened to everybody?
Damn it. Come on, people. Don't just hang up like that.
No, they're
Things
there.
to talk about.
They're there. They're just not saying anything. I think I know where... Oh, Apocalypse said, be right back.
Uh-huh.
Ah.
So, Dr. B, how are you doing today? I haven't talked to you in quite a while.
Yeah, doing good, Jewish producer.
Wonderful. Wonderful. I just got back from some traveling, so I'm super relaxed.
I heard you took a cruise.
Did a little cruising, did a little bit of kayaking. I did a whole bunch of things. Got to see Canada, Maine, Boston.
Sweet.
And then Cleveland. Ooh.
What about it? Is it good? Is it cool or what?
Very nice city. Much nicer city than I expected. So, I liked Cleveland. Went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Just did a whole bunch of stuff. Tired me out.
I don't like vacations where you have a schedule you have to keep. Tomorrow at 3 we're going to go to here. Going to go there. I just like to do nothing. I just like to sleep.
Yep.
I love to sleep. Sleeping is one of my favorite things. I love sleeping. I mean, I love staying up late and talking with everybody, but once I lay down, I'm like, oh, this feels so good. You know?
Yeah.
So true. So true. And I think that was part of the problem. I was kind of in go mode, and it's hard for me to unwind. And then finally, in that second week, I finally start to get chill. And then, then it's good. But that first week usually really sucks for me on vacation.
How long a vacation were you on? 2 weeks?
Yeah, it was about 2 weeks. Now, I ended up, the last thing I did, this is actually very cool. This week on Wednesday, I flew to Seattle in the morning and met a bunch of friends there and went and saw Metallica play in Seattle. Wow. And then the next morning I flew home.
Must be nice.
That was your wife the one? That was a wild thing.
Is your wife? I'm taking a magnesium pill that my dog got into. Hank. What was I going to say? Is your wife the one that likes to go on vacation? Because I can't stand that shit.
Oh, she's like you. She just wants to chill. Like, just that's it. Like, get that book out and, or whatever. She likes to work on her art. She'll just sit there, and that's cool. It drives me a little nuts. So I want to go do stuff, see some stuff. But, and we did. I'm not saying she didn't, but if she had her preference, yeah, she wants to chill.
Yellow.
Hello.
Now you sound really good.
Hello, Goose.
It was your mic. You weren't on your mic, were you? Now you sound different and really good.
Hello.
Yeah.
We got you.
Hello.
I hear you. We hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I got kind of a garbage connection right now. So yeah, there's like a thunderstorm outside, so yeah, I'm getting my connection is kind of raped. Are you able to hear me right now, or am I talking about?
You sound great. You sound really good.
Okay, so it is working. Yeah, I figured because my settings were all on my Yeti microphone, so yeah, it's obviously just a connection issue. Normally, Discord is a lot better than Skype. Actually, it's a lot less heavy on my hard drive and my connection.
You sound great. You're not dropping or anything. You sound actually perfect.
Wow, mostly dead air, huh?
Hold on, it's Heather.
Traps are gay.
What's up?
Hey, so
Yeah.
Debbie Scott Radio Network says, "Hi, Debbie." Badoots.
Wow. This is
Just
really
a
getting
side
quiet.
spec.
What the hell's
sorry.
going on?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I guess it could be worse. I guess we could just be sitting there twiddling our thumbs saying nothing. Oh, wait, that's what we're doing.
Oh my gosh. I didn't expect this to take this. I didn't expect this show to take to this turn, you know?
No, things were going pretty good for a while. I guess everyone's getting tired out. I know I am.
Yeah. Ironically, it's either I or a few people who aren't. Because some of us may be night owls.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to be more of a night owl. I guess my body clock has shifted. I still feel I get the best work done late at night.
Yeah. This is like, I dare say from experience, that this is one of those times in which you have little no distractions and you're allowed to work on whatever projects you have to do, or you like to do, you know, so that, like, you don't have to interact with everybody else or go somewhere all the time, not unless like your job requires you to do that. Yeah, the night owl sounds like the best thing when I was in college.
Yeah?
Yeah, I get most of my work done this way.
Yeah, it's effective.
Yeah.
Oy. All right, so what's going on? What else do we have to talk about? What's going on here anyway? Is Debbie coming back, or she left?
I still see her on Skype.
Yeah.
I wonder what she has been talking about since I was absent.
I was absent for quite a while, too. Just kind of catching up and getting back into the groove.
Yeah. Because I was going to suggest that we talking about something that happened on Saturday this week. Yeah, it relates to Charlottesville, Virginia.
Ooh. I'd like to hear it.
Oh my gosh, that was some crap that's been going on in Virginia relating to the protests by the right-wing groups like the KKK and the Nazis. and the Antifa.
I don't think the
all
KKK
groups.
was there, man.
Yeah. Oh, Goose. Hey, it's Goose.
Yeah, the KKK had nothing to do with that.
How come they're mentioned? How come they're mentioned in news articles? Then is it just for a fact?
Either that, or I've seen some videos that has the words K on the shields right behind people who are like protesting for the right. Well, especially for the far right. There are some people in the far right that are
the
reasonable.
KKK was not behind those protests. It was an alt-right thing. You could say that, but it had very little to do with the KKK. Sorry, no.
Yeah, two people were killed in that police helicopter crash near Charlottesville while all this was going on, like after the violent protests took place.
Yeah, there's no real evidence to suggest that had anything to do with the actual protest. I mean, helicopters are very complex pieces of machinery. Very well could have been an accident, but yeah, there's no evidence suggesting that the protesters on the ground had anything to do with that. I mean, I know I hyperbolized in my video earlier, and I said that protesters shot down the helicopter, but
I was wondering.
To anyone with half a brain, they understand that's a joke. But obviously, some people are going to take and make them out to be something bigger than they are. Just like with my last video, when people are like, "Oh, you're a communist, you're this, you're that, and whatever," I expect that. But I don't make my videos for those people. I make my videos for people who have brains and think about things logically, and if retards listen to it too, that's fine. If they want to be confused, that's cool. But I mean, that's just self-flagellation. That's punishment. But no, I don't think the protesters shot down a helicopter. That's preposterous.
I was fixing to say
I
that
think
would
that
have made
a guy
mainstream
ran down a
news.
bunch of people.
You motherfucking bitch.
There's evidence of that.
Yeah.
There's a very clear video of the
I'm
guy
sorry.
running down people with his car. So, yeah, that's something that very much did happen. So if you want to talk about the protests and the violence that transpired, Challenger. But, the helicopter thing, that's kind of
Don't you hate when you play a game and some asshole's got cheat codes and they start cheating like a bitch against you and you just hate the fuck out of that shit? You stupid bitch. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
I don't play multiplayer games mostly.
I know.
I'm playing this game
Fire
right now called Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. It's a pretty cool game. It's kind of like a puzzle game with a little bit of hack and slash elements in it. It's pretty neat. The graphics are awesome. My laptop is fucking state of the art. I'm loving this thing.
Is it like Sleep the Gods?
It's playing it on. I don't know, but it's a very good laptop. I spent $1,000 on it. It can play anything. It can play any game that's out right now, and on like the ultra settings, like the best settings. And I'm really happy with it. And that was one of the reasons I got the game, was to test out this laptop and see how good it was. It's exceeded all my expectations. But yeah, this Hellblade game, really freaking awesome. Really cool story. Really good graphics, and the audio is like the highlight of the game, because there's these voices you got to listen to, and they'll tell you to do stuff and not do stuff. And it's a really interesting game mechanic. But I don't know. I love video games. They're really fun.
No way. I like video games as well since I was a kid. Ever since I was playing PlayStation 1. Yeah, I'm into video games, especially war games, big time.
That's because you have a lust for blood. You have a bloodlust. Sorry.
Yeah, I play a lot of real-time strategy games. I'm a big Total War fan. I like medieval Total War, Empire Total War, and what's that more recent one? It was Total War Shogun 2. I think my favorite out of all those was Empire Total War, just because of the timeline. I think that was like one of the least financially successful and lowest rated out of the series. But I really love that time period where you have these muskets they're marching toe to toe against each other. I just love that time period and that style of combat. Very rarely touched upon in video games, so it's pretty damn cool.
Cool.
That and Hearts of Iron 4. I played a lot of that. That's a very you gotta pretty much be in that game because the level of detail and commitment that you have to put into each game.
What's it called again? What's it called?
Hearts of Iron.
Arion?
Or Hearts of Iron 4 is the most recent one. Okay. But the level of detail that you have to is just crazy. I mean, how to explain it in a concise way. But yeah, I mean, you control everything about your country in that game. As far as how many guns you produce, how many factories you have, how much you have to control your logistical pathways and everything. It's just insane. The level of detail is crazy. But play Total War games more just because it's click. Just grab a group of guys and send them at other guys and make them go kill each other. I like those a little more, and they're a little more enjoyable. But I enjoy Hearts of Iron for different reasons, just because of the depth of the gameplay.
And not to mention the historical details associated with this game. It takes place in World War II, particularly from 1936 to 1948. And like you said, players are able to control any one nation as the war unfolds, and forms alliances with other nations. That seems pretty deep into history, I mean, I do like history myself.
But I'm really enjoying this Hellblade game. You're playing as this girl who's like a Celtic warrior, and you're having to go literally into hell to find her husband who got killed in battle, and it's Inferno, where the guy has to go after his wife to get her soul out of hell. So there's a similar story element there, but it's really interesting. I love the visuals and the audio and the game mechanics. It's not all hack and slash. It's primarily a puzzle game. Some people have been calling it a walking simulator, but I don't think that's accurate. I think it's mostly a puzzle game / hack and slash game. So, there's a lot of different elements there. The developers really didn't go out of their way to market the game. So a lot of people haven't heard of it. Pretty much like a $60 AAA game. It's professionally produced $60. And they didn't go out of their way to market it. I didn't even know it existed until this past Monday and then I saw the trailers. I watched a few gameplay videos, which were pretty rare. But I got hooked on it. I was like, yeah, I got to buy this shit. This looks fucking good. Debbie's got to go.
That sounds like the game that Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and PewDiePie might want to try at some point.
Yeah, I mean, they probably haven't even heard of it because, like I said, it was just not marketed well at all. But it looks like they sunk all the funds that they had to develop the game on actually creating the game and making an immersive environment for game players. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's going to be an experience focused on delivering a deep character in a twisted world with brutal, uncompromising combat. That's truly underrated.
Yeah, and I've beaten the first two bosses, and one thing I will say is, like, with all the combat and everything, like, the combat is you're very close to your enemies, and they are very imposing and overbearing, and when you're marching at your enemy, like, they just look very big and intimidating, and you really get into the game. So one thing I really appreciate with video games is having an immersive experience, which is something like I really appreciated with the Far Cry series, Far Cry 3 in particular. I was able to get into that game and play for hours and hours. I don't think this is 3. I don't think this is a game where I'll be able to play it for 50 plus hours. I think the story mode is probably closer to like 10 hours from what I hear. The story mode is like 10 hours. But regardless, if it's a really good freaking story, I don't mind having forked out $30 for it. And eventually the price will go down. But I'm glad to have supported this game. So far in the game, I'm just totally pleased with it. It's really awesome.
Oh, that's great to hear. Yeah.
Great review. I'm liking it. Do you do reviews ever for video games?
I've wanted to do game reviews, but I just don't have the technical capacity to do it, And I have a thing about with video game reviews. If I'm going to do a video game review, I want to have my own image of the video game. Like I want to have people see me playing the game. Because otherwise, I'm not going to take somebody seriously who hasn't played the video game. But I've tried capturing myself playing certain games, but I'm operating off a laptop here. It is a good laptop. I can play these games competently and very well on ultra settings. But recording games and live streaming games while they're being played on this computer just pushes it to the max. That's just not going to happen. And I've tried. So, yeah, I have considered doing video game reviews, but it's just not feasible with the tech that I have. So, I'd be more inclined to do movie reviews because all I'd have to do is download the movie and I could cut a certain scene and put that into Adobe Premiere and then do what I have to do. But as far as game reviews go, it's just not feasible.
Yeah,
I don't blame you,
at
man.
video games, to be honest. I'm just really not very good at a lot of these games. So it was just fucking embarrassing to record me fucking up so hard.
Oh man, you're not the only one. Markiplier and all these other professional YouTubers who play games, do game reviews. Yeah, they have moments in which they have to learn how games work. Even
they're
by
playing,
doing the game.
That's a full-time job for them. So they're playing at bare minimum 8 hours a day. They're playing. I mean, this is their profession. So when they're reviewing a game, they're playing that game nonstop for 8 hours a day. And for me, I might play for a couple hours a day. So when I get, especially when it comes to multiplayer games, I'm not going to be very good at them. So recording that shit, it's just not going to be very entertaining for somebody to watch. Even as far as single player games go, I'm going to fuck up a lot. I'm going to have to look around for stuff, and it's just not good to watch. I'm just not a professional gamer. I'm not even somebody who is really equipped to critique a game properly. I'm more linguistically equipped to critique movies. I know a lot more about filmmaking than I do about video games and developing video games. I'm learning a lot more, but when it comes to video games and filmmaking, I'm a lot more experienced as far as movies go.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, if you want to do movie reviews, then I welcome the idea, of course. It
comes down to
yeah,
the cost. The cost to effort ratio. Because at the end of the day, if I were to do a movie review, that takes a lot of effort to do a very comprehensive movie review. And I have a lot of respect for people who are able to do that. I really enjoy watching Red Letter Media and a lot of these other people who do very in-depth, detailed movie reviews. but it takes a lot of effort to put that out there. And if you don't have the viewer base and the means to promote that material, it's very hard to want to be motivated to actually do that and to actually come up with that material. So for me to want to go out of my way to download an entire movie in high definition and spend hours and hours analyzing it and writing things down and coming up with a proper script and recording my voice over things, it takes a lot of effort just to record and edit a 3-minute video like the ones that I've done. Like that's a good 45 minutes of effort right there, not even including all of the digging that I have to do, where I have to like go out of my way to find people saying things and finding footage of people fighting. YouTube or like making engaging videos is a pretty difficult task. So I have a lot of respect for somebody who can actually make something on YouTube, especially something that's really long and really lengthy and keep it engaging. That takes a certain level of skill that I'm not sure that I have.
Yeah.
Takes a team. Can't do it yourself. I think with the right team, you have so many good ideas that you just may need that that right combination of talent around you, and then that's how the idea of getting a whole movie together is daunting. And
and really, I mean, putting together those reviews, like if you ever watch Red Letter Media, some of them are almost like full-length movies in and of themselves. Some people do these reviews on their own. They edit these reviews on their own, but it still takes a very long time to do them. And if you were to cut together this review and put it out and like nobody fucking watches it, but you might get like 300 views, it's like, man, is that really worth all the work? So there is a bit of a gamble there. That doesn't mean it's not worth doing or worth taking the risk. It might be, but I have to ask myself, am I really that cut out to do this? I don't know. I might try it one day with a movie that I'm really well versed in and I understand all the nuances and stuff about. But it's just really hard to get your foot in the door and have people watch your stuff when they're used to you, when they're not used to you talking about these things. Because typically when I watch movie reviews, I'm watching somebody who I've heard dozens of other movie reviews from. So like I said, people want to hear a voice that they're used to, especially on YouTube. That's why people subscribe to channels like Red Letter Media or what's that other channel? YourMovieSucks.org. I forget the name of it. He does some really good reviews. But there's a lot of people that do really in-depth movie reviews, and I'd love to be able to do that. But I guess there's a little bit of insecurity there. Like maybe I'm just not to be able to do that. But yeah, I guess I might take a gamble and just do one and see how it goes. I might do that.
You should.
I just ate some Haagen-Dazs chocolate chip ice cream while y'all thought I was taking care of the baby. You're back again already? You go night-night.
I am, but I can't with you bullshitting with those people.
Bullshitting with those people.
Those people.
Those people.
The blacks.
Yeah. I'm going to make sure that bitch gets fired from that hotel.
She was literally like this. I walked up and she was like...
I'm going to go smoke. I'll be right back.
All right.
That was horrible.
She was fat, too. Rude.
Bitch.
Oh my gosh. What are you doing, engineer? Better not hide anything, engineer. Oh my gosh. If it's the dog that's barking at or crying at the engineer, I'm going to get mad because I'm going to have to walk the dog. Otherwise, I'm good for now. Yeah, it's tough to get movie reviews on the spot because you have to have a certain skill set, a certain motivation level. Plus, one of the things that movie reviewers have to know is that the views and habits of people online change over time, and they have to figure out what the future trend is and what they'll go to next. I'll tell you, YouTube algorithms change, in a matter of years. It's like some people can't even keep up with what YouTube is doing right now. Yeah. Like, for example, the next moment, it would be more about, video game reviews, YouTube movie reviews, rather than, say, Minecraft. For you Minecraft lovers out here. Yeah. Yeah.
What is Dr.
And
Bill
if it's
talking
the
about? Does anybody
dream
know?
of Wild Goose... Oh, sorry.
What was he talking about? Where the
The
fuck
last
is, where
thing
the
we
fuck
were
is
talking about-
Apocalypse?
Oh, Apocalypse.
I gotta get out of here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No, y'all can keep. Look at all the dogs, Heather. They're like horses in here. There's 2 Labradors, 1 wolf, and there's a basset hound. All right, I'm getting off of here. I'm going to go listen to you idiots out there. If y'all quit talking, then just find us. What was that?
What the?
JP
Oh.
dropped. Yeah, I think I'll just kill it because they're probably going to watch a movie while they go to bed or something.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to kill it, everybody. Here I go. 1, 2, 3, baloney. We'll do it again tomorrow night. Bye, guys. Love you all.
Bye.
Bye,
Love you too.
Bye, sweetheart.